stay in your seats, and then we are going to serve you.
Now you know what we're...
Let us pray.
We had no clue what we were going to do when we got here. I just said, well, I'll see what I can collect, you see what you can collect, and we'll see how it comes together. So I hit the 99-cent stores, and I love those 99-cent stores. And I hit a couple of times, after the 4th of July and after the May holidays. And I said, well, I've got this, I've got that. She said, well, I found this and I found that. And I think Betty Montgomery, and who were these that had these beautiful flags? Yeah, and they look perfect up here. And we were like, what would we do with these? And it all just came together like it had been planned. So we think it turned out beautiful. And this is a wonderful facility. So I really appreciate it. Okay. I said, I think it was the March newsletter. Can you hear me, by the way? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I need to talk that loud, sure enough? Okay. I think it was in the March newsletter. Can somebody tell me their memory? I mean, where were you? Or were you? I mean, we had one of these radios that was shaped like so. That was in our living room, and I can remember listening to some things. I can remember in the kitchen, Daddy would have a little radio on the cabinet, and he'd be listening to the news, and I was like, do we have to listen to news all the time? I wanted The Shadow or something, I'm not sure. but I remember things about it, definitely, but I don't remember that day. Does anybody remember specifically that day that you would share with us what your memory was? What happened?
I was in my mother's womb. I don't remember.
Nobody can tell that.
Not here. Bobby's not here.
Joanne, how big's his mother? He was 7 years old. Well, Margie remembers. Tell me, Margie.
I do remember.
Let me get this to you. I don't know how much good it's to you. You have to shout into it, okay?
I do remember. We were visiting my uncle in Jellicoe, Tennessee, and I was just large enough, big enough, old enough to remember the sadness that just fell over all of us that were visiting there that day, that morning.
And did you really know what was happening?
No, not really, except that something very bad had happened.
Something bad.
And then I also remember later, because Shirley's dad, my brother, was a prisoner of war in Germany. So World War II has a lot of...
Yeah, a lot of memories. We remember those curtains, small rectangular curtains that would hang in the windows that signified if someone was in the military, and then it would change to a gold star if they lost that family member. And it was a sad time. But what a wonderful time. I remember because there was such patriotism. And of course, being a kid, I didn't get the real significance of the war. But we lived in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at that time. And there was some kind of military base nearby. And I don't even know what's there. Somebody probably knows. It's probably still there.
Air Force.
What is it?
Smyrna Air Force.
Okay, the Air Force. And yeah, I guess so. Because they would fly over. They had maneuvers. And they would fly over and they would drop bags of flour, bags of flour on people's houses. I don't know how they kept from killing people, but they would bomb your house with a bag of flour.
Black flower.
Yeah. And when we would go in the mornings, when we would go out to the front to catch the school bus, many times there'd be maneuvers going by. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever to see all those military people. And we're just like I moved from there at the end of the 3rd grade. So this was my first 3 years. And I can remember one morning, Earlene and Gary and I came out the front door to get the bus, and we had a big cannon bed out there. And there were 2 soldiers back there hiding behind that cannon bed. and they had the stripes on their arms. You know, they wore red or a blue, I believe, band to indicate which unit they were with. And so we said, "Oh, hi!" You know, we started over talking. Shh, get away, because they were hiding from whoever was looking for them, and we were like about to expose them. You know. Now, I want you to be thinking of your memories too, because I don't want to just stand up here and tell you mine, though I do enjoy it, because it's fun. I enjoyed it. Our church had a USO down